Indian judge Dalveer Bhandari has won the election at the United Nations for a key spot on the panel of the International Court of Justice. The win signifies much more, though. It's a huge diplomatic victory for Delhi and reflects its growing clout. Here's why this win matters.
The fight between India's Dalveer Bhandari and Britain's Christopher Greenwood for a key ICJ spot had gone down to the wire. For 11 rounds, the two were locked in a stalemate, with Justice Bhandari getting majority support in the United Nations General Assembly and Justice Greenwood in the UN Security Council, both of which vote in elections to the World Court. The UK chose to withdraw after it became clear that it would not win the contest in the General Assembly. India's Dalveer Bhandari had increased his vote tally in the UNGA with every round. But the crux of the matter is that Britain is a permanent member of the smaller but the more powerful Security Council, and so Greenwood was seen to have an advantage over Bhandari in the UNSC. This is when India pointed out that the voice of the majority cannot be undermined. The simultaneous elections at the UNSC and UNGA took place late Monday night India time. Bhandari received 183 out of 193 votes in the General Assembly and all 15 votes in the Security Council.
Dalveer Bhandari of India has obtained an absolute majority in the General Assembly.
The Prime Minister congratulated the External Affairs Minister and her team for their untiring efforts, while Sushma Swaraj reserved a special mention for Syed Akbaruddin, India's permanent representative at the UN, who led the diplomatic charge from the front.
It was an effort which was led by a political leadership, backed by a diplomatic establishment in Delhi, and a global reach of diplomatic missions. So what you saw reflected in New York was a translation of an enormous effort that was made globally on this count.
The election, analysts say, were a litmus test for the support India enjoys at the United Nations, where New Delhi has been campaigning for reforms, including a permanent seat in the powerful UN Security Council. India's man, Justice Dalveer Bhandari too, said his election signified a stronger voice for India at the UN.
India got massive support in the General Assembly because in a democratic process, will of the people have to be respected. So that is the outcome, and it has happened because of India's position is emerging as a very important nation in the world. India is very highly respected, and because of the efforts of the government.
Indian diplomats have summed up Bhandari's re-election as a reflection of India's growing stature and an acknowledgement that the world needs to make space for an asserting India. Bureau Report, WION.